So, welcome back everybody to another episode of Astral, and you're gonna see this as a thing with this entire LP, is that I'm gonna be starting off through the title screen of this game, because, well, I love how the title screen looks, and it's a little thing about this title screen in general. This title screen changes with the progression of the game. So as soon as you start the game, the character is just there looking at the city. It's really cool. I think like off the top of my head, I do know when chapters are gonna be switching, but I'll leave that for a surprise for you guys. But let's just keep going and start off chapter 2. So, let's begin. So here we are, File 2.
I've been waiting for you. You two have been chosen to join our special task force, Neuron. We've already cleared your transfers from criminal affairs. This is an order from the Union itself. Consider it a promotion you can't turn down.
An order from the Union?
Wait a minute, Commander. I'm still the captain around here. And these two, they're my kids. You couldn't have run this by me before?
Desperate times, Max. Captain or not, surely you understand the position humankind is in. I understand how you must feel, but I need you to be flexible.
Ah, shit.
Well then, I'll give you the short explanation. As you know, humanity faces the very real threat of extinction. Most believe this is due to mass corruption from the gates. But the truth is, there are worse dangers, which the Union finds prudent to keep classified. Dangers from beyond the gates. Invaders from a dimension outside our own. Chimeras, like the ones you've just seen for the first time. They're invisible to the naked eye, but they cast a dimensional shadow in certain circumstances. That's how we were able to detect them in the first place. But still, we were powerless to stop them. Meanwhile, the Chimeras dragged countless victims back to their dimension. Their corruption tainted the land itself. With most of the planet uninhabitable, we survivors fled here, to this artificial island we call the Ark. We thought we were safe, and we were for a while. But as you know all too well, it didn't last. At this rate, all of humankind will be pulled into the Chimera's dimension. We're facing down the end of the world, but I refuse to accept such a fate for our species. Through blood, sweat, and years of research, we finally made it. The ultimate counter-chimeric weapon. By neurologically syncing captured chimeras with human operators, we established control and made powerful allies. I'm referring, of course, to the Legions. The Legions gave you your first look at the dangers we truly face, but also a taste of the pinnacle of human ingenuity. But of course, not just anyone can use them. Only only a precious few people have the natural faculties to synchronize with a legion. People like you. I'm sure this is a lot for you to process right now. But your species needs you. Your species chose you. The two of you hold the future of humankind in your hands. We're counting on you. And now, I hand you over to him.
Well, it's been a while, huh? Your dad told me you'd join the police, but I never imagined we'd see you here in Neuron. But growing up with Max around, it's no surprise you turned out tough. Now that you guys are here, let me officially welcome you to the team. Oh, you should have seen Max's face when he found out you were coming. But between us, I think he's happy you're here. There's only 5 of us right now, but there are more candidates waiting for the ARI to make more legions. I know the commander talks a lot of gloom and doom, but relax. More help is on the way. Eventually. Anyway, first things first. It's time to get to know your legion. There's a training room downstairs. We'll go there and work on your fundamentals. I'll call the others. Max isn't picking up. Do me a favor and get him and Alicia for me, will you? I bet you'll find him up on the roof. I'll head downstairs and set up the training room. See you there in a bit. Oh, that's right. Open up the menu in your Legatus and you'll find a map of the station. It might come in handy if you get lost.
So after my recording of like 8 minutes, I think it's been like 7 for you guys, because I cut off like me picking the file selection and shit like that. We actually get control now, and now we get the Legatus menu. This is just the menu of the game. You just hit minus and you get to do a bunch of shit on it. We can also save our game manually with the PC on our desk, which
really
is over there.
changed a bit, has he?
It is right over here.
How long has it been since we last saw him? 2 years? Remember when Dad was in the hospital and Jin came to take care of us? His cooking wasn't the greatest, but when you think about it, Jin's always been there for us, huh? There's gotta be some way we can make it up to him.
Well, I let that commentary slide. It's because I'm playing as the female today. My idea for this LP was, since there was 2 playable characters in this game, I will play as one, and then the next foe I swap to the other one, so at least you get both voice actors playing Akira, like voicing their lines as well. Because in yesterday's video, you saw that Akira is both voiced by Alex Lee, and I still don't know if I'm saying that correctly, and Brianna Knickerbocker. They both do really good in this game, so I want to give both of them like their chances to voice their characters. So it's just how I'm gonna do this LP. Go to your PC here, and you can manually save here. You can change your playstyle on the fly. You can look at the database for anything we've done, and file select is if for some reason you want to go back and do previous missions immediately. And by immediately, I really mean like as soon as you start file 2, you can get here and just continue on. But that's not here. Press minus and we get to open up our menu. We get just the map, which is great. You can see everything about the map, and an up is that you can actually see each floor of the thing, which is great. You also have your item inventory, so you can see all the items you have, which is great. And you also start off with some different categories as well. So recovery, combat, material, salvage, and key. Here are orders, which is your achievements in this game. Technically, I would love to go for every achievement in this game, but it requires like to play the game again to get all the achievements, which I'll show you what they are on my personal file because it is much easier for me to show you it there. Co-op play, if you want to play with someone else, one person controls the Legion, the other one controls the actual player character. It's fun, but up to you if you want to go through that. Here are our options. You can just change anything of the game, help, loading, whatever happened. We could also just like go and just stop this from general, or just start the beginning of the file again, or just if you want to stop playing in general, hit the return to file or just return to title, and we just go back to the title screen. But let's go find Alex and Alicia. But you could also just run around here in Neuron. Neuron is our headquarters of sorts, but also you start every chapter in in this thing. A locker here. We can come over here and just change our equipment. So we can change the jacket from our normal chest plate to a dress uniform, ballistics vest, or just nothing in general. I'm not gonna do that, but no, I will do that, but later. We can also change the utility. We could just have the utility pants, utility belt, and just have both of them at the same time. And the next time we could just remove it. Also, only for the female, you can actually put on tights for them. But I'm not gonna put that on. You can also switch the color of the equipment as well. But we only have Neuron, which is good. You can also change the costume, which is later, hairstyle, and hair color. So stuff we've done back in the beginning of the game in file 1, we can do it here. But this is not the place where you can change your gender. The only time you can change your gender is back at file 1. So that's what I'm doing to switch the gender every time. There's a lot of new faces here, but let's just go onwards. So let's just go to the heliport. But yeah, this is our base of operations, and I really do love the song for Neuron because it just feels like very at home and welcoming. And if anything, at least you can still run in Neuron. Let's go.
You guys need something?
Jin was trying to reach you earlier, Dad. He told us to bring you down to the training room.
Uh-huh. So that's the call you ignored earlier. So, what's the matter, Dad?
Look, if I've never changed your diapers, you don't get to call me Dad. And neither do you, Akira. Just keep it professional. It's Captain here. I'm sure Jin can handle your training on his own. There's nothing I can teach you that he can't.
Aw, he's just acting tough. You guys know he's just worried sick about you, right?
Alicia, why do you keep doing that?
Well,
What?
considering we're gainfully employed adults, shouldn't our captain take more responsibility for us than our father?
It's gonna be fun having you guys around.
Anyway, you two report to Jin for your training. Tell him I'm busy.
That goes for me too. Sorry. But make sure Jin teaches you a lot, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am? You don't have to keep it that professional. I mean, we're all on the same team now, after all.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, thanks.
So that was eventful. Actually, let me change something here. Here. All right, there you go. Instant. There you go. That's the one I want. We gotta change that because I did change some settings before starting the recording here. I forgot to change the text scrolling to instant, so we don't have to get awkward pauses like that. So now that we're done talking with dear old dad, we can just go to the training ground.
Alicia seems nice. She
But
really seems to get along well with Dad.
yeah,
I mean, the captain.
honestly, Fallout 2
Seeing him
gives
here
us more of a
with Jin and
tutorial,
Alicia, it's a side of him I've never seen before. For sure.
and what do you call it?
Weird.
Yeah, what do you call it? This is still like a tutorial chapter in a way. As much as tutorial 1 was, 2 is more of it. Because we get a bunch of tutorials on the sense of combat, searching, and shit like that. Let's just go here to Jin, and I'll show you one little cool detail you could do.
There you are. Ready to train?
Oh, they.
Oh.
The captain said you could handle it.
Keep pressing A by
That
accident.
guy's
Holy
more
shit.
sensitive than he looks. Oh well, that's not a bad thing, I guess. All right,
But
I'll
yeah.
run you through the basics. Before we
Training with
continue,
Jin, our first
strap
blue
this thing
case.
on your back. Great, looks like it fits.
So, we got the Legatus Cradle. We can just use that to house our Legatus systems. We also get the introduction to Iris. It basically take a Siri, because it's literally the reverse of Siri.
That's your Legatus cradle. Neuron regulations say to keep your Legatus stowed.
You can
in
also
that
move the
cradle
camera in these
when you're not
cutscenes
out in the
too. It's
field.
so funny.
And here's your integrated reality imaging system, Iris. You'll forget how you ever cracked cases without it. All right, let's start with an easy one. Point your Iris at the computer terminal over there.
So yeah, basically, it's just gonna be a bunch of tutorial stuff. The Iris, we can turn that on to display locations, objectives, and other shit in this game later on. And it's really good. If you're ever lost, just hit plus, you'll see where to go next and foremost. Hover over something, it'll display information, so health of an enemy, and other stuff between an NPC. Blue markers are shown with blue, red markers are shown with red, and file objectives are yellow, and they're also shaped in circle, square, and diamonds respectively. You can also just turn it off with plus, and there's to move the iris around. It's like moving your camera.
Let's start with an easy one. Point your Iris at the computer terminal over there.
Information display.
There we go.
Find it okay? All right, now boot up the terminal and try out a training program. It's a self-guided routine, so you can skip over anything you don't think you need to cover.
So yeah, man, that's literally how you beat this blue case very fast.
Try
Open
out
up the
a training
training,
program.
and you get to do a bunch of stuff. So movement, over here described it. Attacking, you just use the right trigger to attack. Blocking on, you click on the left stick. Evasion, the more you dodge, the less damage you take, and if you dodge at the right time, you will counterattack. If you press X to use an item, you'll use it. Legion control, I'll show you much more in depth with actual visual aid instead of going through the text. But Legion control, you just summon or dismiss the Legion with the R button as we showed yesterday. You can press the left trigger to send it and bring it back. Legion movement, you can hold the left trigger and then use the right stick to move the Legion around. And it's tethered to you by a chain. The more apart you are, the harder it is to control both of you. Chain attack or Legion attacks are just attacks in general. Chain bind, wrap around an enemy, you'll bind them. The more times you use this, the less effective it is. Chain counter, if an enemy is rushing towards you, you'll see later, use the chain to knock them back, and then you can do damage. This is just turning the iris on and off. Sparring practice, you just fight with enemies over and over again until you're done doing what you want to do.
That's so. Well, it's up to you.
Yeah, there's custom dialogue for just skipping the entirety of the training.
Attention, Neuron officers. The police have requested
Neuron's assistance. Please report to the command room.
Yeah, now we got our first mission.
Repeat. The police have requested Neuron's assistance. Please report to the command room.
Well, looks like it's time for your first assignment.
We're actually gonna be doing
I'll
police
go on
work.
ahead, and don't keep us all waiting, guys.
I'm gonna keep you waiting.
It figures we'd even get transferred to a new department together. It feels kind of weird to be saying this to my own sister, but... well, gotta say, it's nice working with you. Well, it's gonna take a while to get used to all this, but I'm sure we can show Dad we're up to it. If we work hard, I'm sure he'll come around in no time.
Well, Akira leaves us alone. Now we have to actually go to the command room. We can use this time to like fuck around, but let's just keep going forward because I know in the next chapter we get more tutorial. I'm not joking. Let's just go to the main floor, start off our actual parts of File 2. This is literally our first This is our first chapter, the whole point of Neuron. But I'm gonna go here. Brenda here. We can buy medicine from her, which is kind of good. Medicine mini, it's a small amount. Medicine general is some health. Medicine full is like an IV bag. It restores all our HP. Energy spike, it restores all of the limits or our gauge for the Legion. Heal all, cures all ailments. AED charge mini and full. We literally recharge or revive. So that's what our AED charges are. I'm just gonna go buy just one mini, and then I'll just buy 2 normals, and I'll just go on with the mission. Whee!
You're late, newbie. Now that everyone's here, let's begin. The police in Central City, in Zone 36, have requested our help with a case.
About an hour ago, an unusually large number of gates opened up along Grand Avenue.
A lot of gates means a lot of redshift. The local police are doing the best they can to handle the aberrations. But again, we're looking at way more gates than usual. To say they have their hands full is an understatement. Gates don't just appear like this without a Chimera around somewhere. Not in these numbers. There are only 5 people on the Ark who stand a chance against Chimeras, and they're all in this room. That's why the regular police need your help. Get out there, find the Chimera, and take it down.
I'll let the captain fill you in on the operational parameters.
Roger.
We don't know what this Chimera is capable of yet. You'll have your legions with you, but still, keep your guard up. But don't forget, we can't risk letting any of you go through the gate after it either. Do whatever you can on this side, okay?
That is all.
Neuron, move out.
Roger.
I love the unison walkout. It's so fucking good. So, now we got our mission briefing. Let's go run to the roof. Later, we get a better way of traveling around Neuron, believe me. Right now, it is a little unbearable. I've been playing this game way too much, and I've gotten so used to the other way of moving around Neuron. So, yeah. Let's go talk to good old Dad.
All right, everyone's here. Let's get something straight. We don't know what the hell we're gonna find out there. Okay, first things first. We'll meet up with the police and get as much info as we can. If we happen to meet our mystery Chimera, you leave it to me, Alicia, and Jin. Got it?
Roger.
Roger.
Hey, you two. I can't hear you.
Well, Jin already put us through training, so I thought maybe we could.
No way. You two are to gather information. No heroics. Captain's orders. Is that clear?
But
Hey, come on now. Maybe the captain is a teensy bit overprotective. But you're new. And if you bite off more than you can chew, we're all in trouble. It's the right call.
Roger, Captain.
Okay, great. All right, Neuron. Let's roll.
Good old newbies on the job. We don't know what to do. So let us go towards our objective. We are now done with chapter 1 of file 2.